Evening, everyone. It's about 6 o'clock. Actually, it's 6 o'clock straight up on Wednesday. This is your closing comment. It's video number 521. And again, I remind you, please subscribe. We've gotten a lot of people subscribing of late and a lot of inquiries about the futures side of the ledger. So today we did a video call, a live call at around 1:15 for about 45 or 50 minutes using Zoom, and people ask questions and we put up charts, and I will definitely be doing that again at least once a week. And one of the things that we looked at pretty extensively besides Tesla was Alibaba, which is the chart on the screen tonight. Alibaba is down from roughly 320 to 255. That's $65, and it's done it in roughly 3 trading weeks from the high to this recent low. What interests me is the fact that we are back and through the breakout, the most important recent breakout, in this neighborhood of about let's see, what is that number? 267. So we went through that, and we've been down almost every day in this name. And today we started to perk up a bit. Excuse me. In fact, as the market was heading lower, and we tried a scalp trade, we bought the big account bought 4, and options only bought 2 of the Alibaba expiring on Friday. That's the 11/20, so 2 days left. 262 and a halves, and we paid $1.15 and $1.16 and also $1.17. So we'll just call it $1.16 for the average. They closed about $1.45. But they didn't trade in the last few minutes. I think the theoretical value on them was closer to $1.40 or $1.42. This is a trade looking for a little bit of a bounce here. I'm going to say that we could get back into that 60-65 area, and we're in the 62 and a half, so this could be a very profitable trade and very quickly. So we have that. And I'm going to go back to the futures side. And in the meantime, I will tell you we had a whole bunch of earnings today. And some were very good, and some were very good, and the stocks didn't do anything. Target, 167.87, up 438. And that was almost exactly where it was trading pre-market when I told you this morning after it had given us those earnings. Let's just take a quick look here. Yep. Target was 167.40, up 432, and we finished 6 cents higher than that. So really, no great shakes. TJX finished the day at 62 and a half, up 136. That was about where it was this morning. The lows, which went the other way, even though their earnings were tremendous. It was trading 149.97, down just under $10 pre-open, and it actually closed 147.39, down 12.56 or 7.8%. We also had some pretty decent action on the FAA, allowing the 737 MAX to be ungrounded. This morning when we had pre-open, it was 221.94, and that was up 11.69. It managed to get to 223.02 and then turned back down, and the last on it is 119.30. Pardon me, 219.30. In any event, we came all the way back down. It closed very close to the lows. On the other side of the fence was Tesla, which this morning after the Morgan Stanley upgrade was trading 450.86, up 922, and that was pretty close to the low of the day. Because this one ran all the way up to 486. The close was 486, up 44.74, or 10%. After the close, we had both NVIDIA, which beat, and Sonos, which beat. And NVIDIA was trading, closed at 537.15, up 26 cents, then traded right down to 518. Last is 521, down 15.90. On the other side, we have Sonos, and Sonos had a beat. It had closed at $17, down a nickel, and the last happens to be the high of the day, still open, 21.33, up 4.33, or 24%. So that's a pretty nice move. Now, we also had a couple of little blow-offs here, I think, on the upside in the Bitcoin. I'm going to open this back up a little so you can see. I mean, we've had this monster run. It actually closed down on the day after making a recovery high at 18,540. It closed 17,685, which was about 400 off the low, but also pretty substantially off the high, just under $80. But we did close down on the day. Carter Braxton Worth on Fast Money was just saying that you rarely see things like this with this kind of an extended run. Excuse me, you rarely see them go through the highs without some sort of a consolidation. The high is right here, as we've discussed before, just under 21,000, I believe, 20,650. So we've gone through absolutely everything that's been in the way, but when things go vertical like this, you can almost be certain there's going to be a pullback. I don't see any reason why we should have it so substantially higher. Oil was up a little, gold was down a little, the dollar was down a little, 9 cents as it turns out, and the bonds were basically unchanged. As far as the markets, we had the Dow closing pretty close to the low. Most of this occurred after the announcement, the sell-off occurred after the announcement that New York was closing their schools again. That's the largest public school system in the country, and it is closed. So the Dow finished down 344 and change, 1.16, and that was exactly the same as the S&P finishing down 41.74, also 1.16. I'm sure that the NASDAQ will get weighed down a little with NVIDIA, which has been spectacular. It only closed down 97.74, or 0.8%. The Russell closed down 2260, 1.26%, and the transports closed down 86.67. That was only 0.7%, but I will mention that the S&P, the Dow Jones Transports actually made a new high this morning before reversing down and closing on the low and down on the day. That's pretty ominous. So Snap moved up again. This is getting to be a nightmare. We get the market down and Snap goes up. Yesterday the market was up, Snap went down. So, that position is very troubling, to say the least. In any event, we are now basically long the Alibaba for a quick scalp, and we are still short Snap. All right, everyone, have a good evening, and I'll be back first thing in the morning.